Hi, my name is Dr. Nolan Thomas. I'm one of the counseling professors here at Lincoln Christian University. I want to visit just a moment on a class we're doing this fall. It's called Integrating Spirituality into Counseling. We recognize that Pew Research points out that 92% of Americans believe in God. Of course, that doesn't mean everyone believes in the same God. We also recognize that in the next few years, the Muslim faith will be the second largest faith group in America. So it kind of is important that we understand how to counsel not only Christians, but other religious groups and other spiritual views. So as we think about that and we think about how this class is operated moving forward, we realize that spirituality can enhance a person's well-being, but it can also create symptoms in a person or create problems within a person and make them symptomology worse. An example of that is a thing that people call scrupulosity. And basically that's where someone looks at a moral issue in themselves, like they forgot to return a screwdriver to a friend, and they feel really, really bad about it, and they get very depressed about it and down because they are morally wrong. And so we realize that spirituality has a very bright side, but also can be difficult. So learning how to understand those and work with those are important. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the literature in the broader field of counseling, see what the evidence-based practices are, and then integrate them with a Christian worldview. And so that would be a lot of our work. The other major thing that happens is, because counseling is a very personal thing, is working with our own Christian worldview, our own view of spirituality, and see how that impacts our lives, realizing that other person's view of spirituality impacts their lives. So what happens when we get these two together in a room, and how do we manage that? So I do want to share that our Integrating Spirituality and Counseling is an intensive class we do. The intensive classes here for the program are offered in August, October, and March each year. There are like 9 different electives throughout the program that go in these intensive classes from Monday to Friday. Monday starts Monday afternoon, ends Friday afternoon. And so we have different people who come in, and I would encourage people from other fields to look at this, particularly some of our ministry majors, as they think about, okay, as I'm working with the public, what is a good way to understand different people, different religions, different spirituality? Because a lot of times within particularly conservative Christianity, we tend to spend more time telling what's wrong with them instead of thinking, okay, how can I work with a person in their faith system? So this might be a class you could look at. We also offer classes on like human sexuality, counseling the elderly, a couple of different trauma classes, counseling children, just a lot of different classes. You might want to take some time and look them up and say, hey, you've got these different classes, here's one I could take. So I invite you to check those out. And I hope you would find that exciting enough to say, hey, that sounds like a great program, and I'd like to be part of that as I move forward and serve others. Thanks.